Hey guys, Carlo here. Welcome to today's episode. And for today's vlog, we're going to unbox a new pair of Hype Air Force Ones. This is a Japan exclusive, super ridiculously hard and expensive, kind of overpriced because of the hype, Air Force One that you can only buy from Kith Japan. Their newly opened flagship store over at, I think it's in Osaka. Well, I'll double check and I'll share again. But yeah, this is the Air Force One Kith Tokyo. They obvious na hindi siya Osaka kasi pangalan Tokyo. So it's in Tokyo, maybe in Shibuya. So Air Force One Kith Tokyo. Let's go. Only thing Kith I have is this, by the way, before we get started with the unboxing. So this is one of my favorite Air Force Ones. In my opinion, one of the very best Air Force Ones ever made, based on quality of the leather and just the color blocking. I mean, it's just really nice. The pastel play of pink and brown. And man, take a look at the quality of the leather. I've been using this a lot. I've been abusing it, and yet the quality is still on point. It doesn't crease like crazy, and sobrang guwapo lang talaga niya tingnan. So this one, for me, if I were to rank like all my Air Force Ones, this would be one of my absolute favorites, the Air Force One Kith Linen, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why I'm excited to see what we have today. This pair was sent over by a good reseller friend of mine who's based in Japan. His name is Taka Shoes. I'll link his Instagram down below just in case you guys want to buy anything from him, be it sneakers or Bape stuff or Supreme stuff, or anything usually Japan exclusive. He's my go-to guy. Very trustworthy. Prices are competitive. They're not the cheapest, but reasonable, okay? So this is the Nike Air Force One Kith Tokyo. Unfortunately, this is not my size. Lungkot na ako, depressed because I really like this one. So he just sent this over for me to unbox and share it with you. But man, I am literally maybe 5% away from pulling the trigger of buying it in my size. Because when I first saw it, when it arrived, I was just blown away with how simply, elegantly beautiful and striking it is. Anyway, so let's pop the box open. You have AF1 written on the tissue paper, and then bam, guys. Guys, take a look at how clean AF the shoe it is. It is really amazing. So again, this is to celebrate the opening of the flagship store of Kith over at Tokyo, Japan. And that's why if you take a look at the tongue tab and the color blocking, it's actually in the colors of the Japan flag. So you have a clean, all-white leather upper. And then if you take a look at the tongue tab, it says there Kith, or it, but it kind of resembles the Japan flag with the red sphere and then the white background. If you take a look at the side of the shoe, here on the quarter panel, just below the swooshes, you have Kith, the Kith monogram, nicely implemented, elegantly done, and that's what I love about anything Kith. They don't go overboard, they don't go super crazy, and they manage to keep a sense of class and premiumness and elegance in the designs that they do, be it their personal stuff or their collaboration. So that's why I'm a huge fan of the stuff that comes out of their shop. If you take a look at the swoosh, the leather by itself looks really good. You have that embroidered red swoosh here along the toe box at the side, and then you have this at the back. You have Kith Air. Man, for Nike to give, you know, like their collaborators permission to play around with their logo like this, kudos to Nike. Good job, Nike. You have extra white laces, nothing too special. It does have gold tips, so that's the only thing difference because the stock laces are just all white. If you move down to the midsole, you have some sort of like cream, off-white, beige color, which gives really nice contrast to the all-white upper of the shoe. And of course, the pop of color you get with this velvety-like lining for your ankles. And it kind of peeps a little bit, so you see the outline as you're looking at it from the outside. So man, it's a really nice shoe. It's kind of annoying lang because I would have pulled the trigger if it was more affordable. So when I saw the prices, kind of gave, syempre yung buhok ko exage, so pasensya na. So when I saw the prices, it kind of made me hesitate a bit because the size 12 of this is selling for a little over, I think 45,000. 45,000, man. But I kind of understand because it's super hype and it's super hard to get because there was no online drop. You couldn't get it in any other Kith store. It was exclusive to the Kith shop over at Tokyo. And you needed to like reserve a slot, and it was like a raffle. It was just super hard to get. And I totally understand why the prices are skyrocketing on this one. But my prayer or my hope is that it kind of stabilizes and over time it goes down. And when it does, if it does, I will definitely be waiting, and I would love, absolutely love to add this to the white sneaker wall that you see there at my back. Ang ganda talaga. Again, maraming salamat to Taka Shoes for loaning the shoes so that we could unbox it. I'm really curious when I first heard about it, and he told me he had the pair but not in my size. I asked him if I could borrow it and just unbox it because again, I wanted to see it with my own eyes. Being a fan of Kith's design, as well as when I saw the sneaker, I was just, whoa, I want that. Now, I mentioned that he's my go-to guy for anything, well, Japan exclusives or anything that I want to get from Japan like this. So these are Bape pillows that I got from him. So they're just really nice Bape head, well, pillows. So I'll be putting this downstairs in my YouTube studio. So they look nice, and I was actually amazed at the quality of the pillows. I wasn't expecting for them to be so plush. I mean, it feels so nice to put my head on it. So there you have it. Really nice quality, some sort of like furry finish, and it's really smooth to the touch. It feels like you're petting a cat, and I really like the quality of this one. So super nice pillow. Got myself two. So this will go on my couch downstairs in the YouTube studio, just in case you guys, well, that's the alternate space that I shoot in. It's either this or that. You guys have probably seen that in the past. Speaking of Japan and Japanese culture, just in case you guys haven't seen my latest watch vlog yet, I recently uploaded on Carlo's Watch Vlog. It's a separate YouTube channel where I talk about watches. A comparison between a legit G-Shock one piece versus the commonly available fake G-Shock one piece that you can find in online shops. If you guys want to see the comparisons to see if it's actually easy to spot the fake or not, hit the link down below in the description box. You can watch that video there. And while you're at it, if you're into watches, you might want to subscribe to that watch channel. Also, speaking of limited edition Japanese inspired G-Shocks, I also did a review of this one. This is the G-Shock Dragon Ball limited edition watch inspired by Goku. So you have different prints of Goku all around the strap. And again, guys, if you want to see the review of this one, it's on my watch vlog. I will link it down below just in case you missed it. And lastly, before we wrap up today's episode, I just want to remind you that we have 3 ongoing giveaways. We're giving away Off-White legit face masks from Off-White Manila. We're giving away Travis Scott Astroworld towel in collaboration with Cop Garden, one of my favorite sneaker shops here in the Philippines. And I recently announced like a Realme giveaway. We're giving away a brand new Realme 7 Pro smartphone that sells for like over 17,000 pesos or roughly $350 US. So if you haven't joined any of the giveaways, the links to the videos where I talk about the mechanics can be found in the description box. Click all 3, watch all 3. Check out the mechanics, follow them, and I will be drawing the winner soon. A lot of the draws will happen October 15. So make sure that you guys do all the mechanics before October 15 comes in. And for our power-up words of wisdom for the day, yes, we're bringing it back for today's episode. I just want to echo one statement that a doctor told me recently, which is you have to learn how to dance with the virus. Because it's not going away anytime soon, but at the same time, we need to start living life a little bit. So if ever you need to go out, if ever you need to do something, be it for work, for livelihood, or even for leisure, just make sure that you practice all necessary precautions. You have to make sure that you're always wearing a face mask. Make sure that you're wearing a face shield to double up, to really maximize your safety and your protection. Make sure that you always sanitize your hands. Bring alcohol with you. Number 4, as much as possible, practice social distancing. This is, I think, what's being missed. A lot of people wear masks. A lot of people are wearing face shields. They're washing their hands, but the social distancing part is also critical. So if you will be going out and you'll be bunching together with so many other people, like when that white beach thing opened over in Manila, then the chances of you getting the virus are still high, even if you have the face mask and the face shield. So, itatagalugin ko lang, kung lalabas po tayo, tatandaan po natin mag-face shield, mag-face mask, magugas ng kamay, mag-alcohol, at sobrang importante po, social distancing. And lastly, if ever you will go out to eat with your family or with your friends, please make sure that you will do it sparingly. As in limited lang. Kasi from the studies that I've seen, most of the people who contract the virus are people who go out and eat and take off their masks. So as much as possible, if you will be going out, practice social distancing. Alam mo yun, make sure that you're away from a lot of people. Avoid restaurants that are super crowded and where everybody doesn't have a mask, then obviously all of you will get infected just like that. So yeah, I just want everybody to take care of themselves as we relax more of the quarantine measures that are in place here in the Philippines, okay? And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed our episode and I hope you learned something from the Power Up Words of Wisdom. As usual, this is Carlo signing out. Peace, God bless, what's up? Boom.